So this movie that we're going to talk about is basically hood takers, low budget takers.
Yeah.
It's called Distinguished Robbers.
Yeah. I'm going to let Rhetoric take this.
Yeah, she hated this movie so much.
It literally almost ended me.
So basically this movie is about a group of brothers, black brothers who pseudo adopt a Hispanic guy into their group.
Yeah.
They end up all growing up to be relatively successful. And then they find out that a couple things are happening. Their parents are losing their land that they bought when they were all kids. And their good Hispanic friend, daughter, is having a heart condition. And she needs a heart transplant. So during all this, they need essentially $1.5 million to cover everything.
Mm-hmm.
Things are getting stressful. They're trying their best to, keep each other positive, but there isn't really a way for them to get this money. Even though they're lawyers, doctors, and stuff like that, it's hard for them to get this kind of money. I think they also said because of him being like an entrepreneur or whatever, he didn't have health insurance, and that's what kind of put them also in a bind.
Yeah, he was like a club promoter, or like he owned a club or some shit.
Something like that. So the younger brother ends up coming up with an idea.
His name is Hothead.
Yeah, Hothead. He comes up with the idea to work with the ops when they was growing up to rob banks.
And they wasn't really they ops for real, because they're the Opulence brothers.
They was but I mean they were
but
just
the Opulence
they were
brothers,
the rivals.
Yeah, like they weren't ops, because they were doing crime, and the Opulence brothers were like straight and narrow kids. So the criminal niggas was just hating on the Opulence brothers for just like being like
good black folk.
Yeah, for being like this picture of black excellence. Like the Opulence brothers very obviously had like haters for real, because they had a dad. They had an active father and an active mother who were still together.
And then, like I said, that it was actually funny because that's who was beating up the Hispanic friend. Was they rivals? They was beating them up, and then remember the buddy was doing that weird smile.
While we're speaking, Love Is Blind is on. Continue.
We're gonna watch that after this. But no, after that, basically, they kind of devise a plan where the brother is helping them get the money, while at the same time they're copying them and robbing other banks.
Yes, so they're taking the gang's like model and doing their own shit,
because they're trying to get everything directed back to them.
Yeah, they're also doing it in a way that makes it look like it's the other gang that's doing it the whole time.
Yeah, so they're trying to basically convolute a lot of things, and in the process they steal the money from the other group. So
in the first robbery, Hothead gets a security job at the bank that they're about to rob. That
his brother helped get him.
His brother helped the owner of the bank get the loan for the bank to start the bank. So as soon as the brother asked him to get Hothead a job, he's like, got it, done. Don't even say any more words. So he's a security at the bank. He gets them the information. The niggas come to rob the bank, broad daylight. Nothing. It doesn't even seem like they needed plans, because y'all niggas just ran up in there anyways. And then Hothead is flirting with this girl before they're like squatting next to each other, and then the nigga shoots the girl in the head, and the girl's blood splatters all over Hothead in the scene. And then after that, that's the first robbery.
And it was funny because like he was kind of flirting with the girl, but Hothead's married, so like they tried to make you feel like an emotional connection for him.
Hothead is married, but he's been cheating rampantly on his woman the entire time. There's a scene before this where he's a personal trainer, so he's literally walking around the gym cheating on her.
Yeah, he even brought like a chick with him to meet up with his brothers. That was kind of play.
Yeah.
Lie. But so they end up doing the robberies. They continue on. They live in life. They do the montage of everybody living good, fucking their wives. Jason Ivey, who is the director, and he's also in the movie. He plays one of the doctors in the movie. Gave himself plenty of sex scenes. He gave himself like two sex scenes.
That's the thing that I noticed the most with these TUBI movies is the director always has a sex scene.
It seems like they love to do that. And so he ends up having two. But I will say you were the best actor out of everybody.
He was. That was very noticeable because everyone else was very bad.
So then the other groups, do you want to get into it now?
I want to get into it because we're already past this scene. This scene happens when they find out that the
daughter has a heart condition.
So one of the doctors, who's the brother, right? One of the other brothers is also a doctor. He's there when he tells this nigga that his daughter has a heart condition. He goes home to his wife, And he's like, this is what happened to. She's like, oh, I'm on my way out with the girls and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I had a long day. Destiny needs a heart transplant.
Was that her name, Destiny?
I made that up.
Because they kept saying her name.
They said it a lot. And she was like, oh my God, no. Let me move the mic away from me because this bitch yelled so fucking loud. Okay? Like, her reaction, I could tell that she was just she was the worst actor in this entire fucking movie. Her reaction was like, she thought that the louder she got, the more that she emoted emotion. That is not how that works. She was like, no, not my goddaughter. Don't tell me something happened to my goddaughter. I was like, turn this shit off right now. Turn this shit off right the fuck now. I was so irate. Like, the anger was bubbling inside me because of how just horrible of an actress. She fell to the ground to this man's feet. Not my goddaughter. What? Bitch? Quit acting. Like, I don't ever want to see you in shit. I swear to God, bitch, if I ever see you in another fucking movie or in a commercial or in a skit or in a GIF on Instagram, bitch, I swear to God, I'm reporting that shit. I'm reporting that shit for hate speech, hate crimes, hate everything. Because I feel like I shouldn't be alive if you're acting. Bitch, you're horrible. I stopped watching the movie after that. I don't know what happened after that. What's his name?
Jason Ivey.
Jason Ivey? Never hire this bitch again. I swear to God.
We'll be watching more of your movies. So
we'll be watching more of your movies, but if that
we're
bitch
gonna watch
is
the second
it,
part.
then my husband is watching that shit by himself. I swear to God. If you ever put that bitch in a movie ever again, I'm not watching that shit. Period, point blank.
Well,
period.
To kind of wrap up how this movie ends, they
horribly.
Well, you wasn't there. I was there.
I didn't finish it.
So what happens is the rival game kind of gets clued in on what's going on. They figure out that the guys are also have their money. And
after way too long because these niggas is stupid.
It did feel a long time. Like they even had like a detective who was inside the group with them.
Yeah, there was a detective crackhead.
So they didn't know who was there.
There was just a lot going on.
The sheriff's son, he was undercover with them. But basically the movie ends with the rival ops. They basically kidnap everybody's family, and they tell them they got to bring them back the money or it's going to be problems.
Yeah.
And so then that's what it kind of ends off with them saying, we going to burn this motherfucker down.
I don't know where it ended because after that bitch said, not my goddaughter. I walked away. I was like, I'm not fucking putting myself through this mental gymnastics.
So we might do I might watch the second one when it comes out.
That's gonna be
Distinguished Robbers is sick. Young, that's a nasty name.
Rhetoric reviews by Rhetoric by himself.
No, I'm gonna watch it because Shawty probably is gonna be in that second one too. Cause
she's the wife.
I just thought it was funny that they just really took Takers.
I need y'all to kill her.
They probably will in the next one.
Yeah. Like if all of the spouses survive, I need her to be the only spouse that doesn't. Genuinely, like, kill that bitch. Look me in my eyes. Hold on. What's his name again?
Jason Ivey.
Jason Ivey. Look me in my eyes. Kill her right now. Go back in your script. If you're writing the script right now, murder her immediately. Murder her. That's all I ask.
I'm definitely gonna catch Distinguished Robbers too.
If you kill her in the second one, I will 1000% watch.
I will give it out of 10.
2.
I give it a 3. It was 3. It wasn't like a lot of the times they kept doing the same bit over where somebody would start talking and then somebody would cut them off and they're like, "You let me finish." Like I was listening.
They did that a lot.
It was like I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast. It was 2
specific brothers. It was the brother that the producer played and the hothead. They had that specific dynamic a lot. It was between those 2 brothers. So that's why it didn't bother me that much because I was like, maybe he's just trying to make it seem like those 2 brothers don't get along. And that might be something that we're seeing in the next movie. But also I might be putting too much thought into it because this is a garbage fucking movie.
It definitely felt like Joe Budden, Flip, and Ish was all in this movie. Every time can you let me finish?
Yeah.
Can I get my point out?
And then one of them niggas looked like Flip. No, that was in the other movie.
That was the other movie we about to watch. So we'll wrap this up. But like I said, if you want to go see it, it's on Tubi. But we got one more movie to get into. This was Moet, also known as Hood Players Club, Low Budget Players Club.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that movie they did have somebody who looked like Flip and Maul.
Yeah.
Like they look like they
Flip and
fused.
Maul's son.
Yeah, like they